is just as important as physical health, but it often gets neglected.
We either avoid talking about it due to stigma or ignore it as not important enough.
Mental health affects how we think, feel, and act. Mental health issues like anxiety, depression don't just go away.
Taking care of mental health is crucial for relationship and productivity. Mental Health Day reminds us to take care of our mind. So here are some excerpts from our interview with Dr. Bhinderwala.
Hello, Dr. Bhinderwala. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We are the Young Journalists and we are preparing a report on the occasion of World Mental Health Day.
Yes, you want to ask me some questions?
Yes, sir.
There are so many doubts and misconceptions surrounding this sensitive topic, so we thought to ask you some help and throw some light on this topic. What are some common misconceptions about mental health and how can we reduce stigma around mental health?
First misconception about mental health is that people feel mental health is only about mental illnesses or mental disorders. Truth is, mental health is also about mental wellness. The second misconception is that mental illness is a sign of weakness. Normal people like you and me can have anxiety and we can face depressive symptoms at some point of time in our life. The third misconception is that mental health issues affect only certain people. It does not discriminate between gender, age, socio-economic status. It does influence everybody. The fourth misconception is that mental illnesses are very rare.
Yes.
They are very common. 1 in 4 people will experience some mental illnesses. And last misconception is that people with mental illnesses are violent. Truth is that a very, very small percentage of people with mental illnesses could be violent. There is a larger population of violent people who may not have mental illnesses.
Thank you, doctor. How does social media impact mental health? What are the most pressing mental health issues facing our community today?
Social media is the do-dhari talwar or the double-edged sword. A lot of good things you come to know, a lot of new information you get on social media, but it can also be misused as a tool for spreading misinformation. Point is, while we do use social media a lot, we must also have time off social media, and if we get some information on social media, we must verify whether it has any validity, whether there is any reality to what it says on social media. I urge young people like you who are today on Ryan TV to promote positive messages on social media.
How can individuals prioritize self-care in well-being of mental health?
We all have to take personal responsibility for our health. When a person becomes responsible for their health, when they lose it, we can start taking responsibility of our health. Make sure you make your sleep a priority, hydration, drinking enough water a priority, and eat your meals regularly. This is all common sense. There is nothing specific here. And fourth is physical activity. Point is, you take care of your physical health, your mental health also gets cared for.
Yes, sir.
And vice versa. Those who are mentally healthy will do enough physical activity.
How can friends and family support loved ones with mental health issue?
So I have a simple rule that I follow, that I tell my children to follow, that I tell my patients to follow, that do what you want in life. But whatever you do in life, do not be reluctant to express it to your loved ones. Talk about your problem. It is when people don't talk about their problems, when they don't discuss these issues, they try to hide it. And then suddenly one day you hear that the person has done something very drastic. Those are people who have not been communicating. So friends and family are people we should reach out to.
What advice would you give to individuals struggling with mental health issues?
My advice, spending some time in prayer helps. Okay, that is the time when your mind is quiet. You try to focus only on what you are doing. When we keep our mind in the present, we are relaxed, we are comfortable, we are mentally healthy. The moment you allow your mind to race in the future, then your mind takes you away from the present and you become miserable today. Why? Because you're living in the future. If I deal with my present every day comfortably, eventually that will be how I live my life for the rest of my life.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want the two of you girls to know, and the rest of the viewers, that this initiative taken by you is a wonderful thing, because if somebody's life can be influenced by these positive words, if somebody decides to take care of their routine, their physical health, their psychological health in a better way, you have done a wonderful service to humanity.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for speaking to us.
Thank you very much for having me on your
Thank you, sir.
program.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We need to break the stigma and talk openly about mental health. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness.
On the occasion of Mental Health Day, let's support each other and work towards a healthier mind. And above all else, prioritize self-care.
On that note, this is YJ Sara
And this is YJ Rohini with camera person Daman
signing off for Beyond Breaking News.